Hello guys, this is a video of my stamina, well really, it's a video of my hybrid DK tank for Cyrodiil, Greyhost. Oh, jump straight into it. I am, for saudables, I'm running Lone Fin and Pastry melon sauce. For my food, it's a tri-stat food, which gives you great magic, health, and stamina, max of it. Decent food for a tank. Oh, I'm running tri-stat potions as of right now until I go and buy more immovable pots later on. But I would prefer you get immovable pots, or you could actually run the trash pots from Cyrodiil, which is the health ones, the red ones, because they give you the immunity to knockbacks for 8 seconds, 8.8 seconds. But they can also make you go invisible, so it's great for disengaging in a fight to go get a tent, to go put a tent up for your buddies, or you could lost words for a second. Or you could res your buddies that are down on the ground. Make sure you bring pretty soul gems if you plan to do that. Oh, so one of my major sets I run is Mexi's Mercy. As you see, I run Decisive so I can get my ulti up, not back, super fast. But it gives you max health, max armor, and every time you take damage, you actually heal you and your group members within 7 meters of you for 5,132 health over 3 seconds. This effect can occur every 3 seconds. It's a great overall set and ship. It's good for my front bar, which is my buff bar. But you can also swap this out for Cyrodiil's crest, depending on situation, or depending on which one you like more, because everybody's different. Everybody plays different. Uh, I gotta retrait this, but I would go that decisive for ulti regen, so you can get your ulti back up faster. But this one ends up giving you stamina recovery, max health, and after you successfully block kill for 10,000 health. This can occur once every 4 seconds. So it's not too bad. So back bar, I actually run a restoration staff of willpower. That's just to actually give me the extra magic. Because like I said, I'm a hybrid build. I run on both stamina and magic. So that 1600 extra magic actually really helps a lot for me. And a restoration staff to get a little bit of healing, because why not? For Monster Ham, I'm running Bloodspawn. I put Inpin on it, but it gives you the one piece gives you some stamina recovery, and when you take damage, you have a 6% chance to generate 13 ultimate and increase your physical and spell resistance by 3,700 for 5 seconds. This can occur every 5 seconds, and that's DK. That's pretty fucking great because you're already fucking tanky as fuck, straight up. So that physical helps out, and plus that ulti regen, so you're getting your two main ultimates back, which is great survivability for you, so you can last longer in a fight and CC the enemies down for your boys. I run Atlassian. I put sturdy on actually all 5 pieces of my Atlassian so I can reduce all the block, and then I'll tell you why later on. But it gives you 1400 armor. 4 pieces gives you more max health. 5 pieces increase your health recovery by 2% of your sum total, physical resistance, and spell resistance. And my current total is 1100. I have super high spell and physical. Uh, plus spawn spotter. So less of it's Alessian. Then you got Amexi's Mercenary. And of course the Fallen's one. Badass guild. But that's pretty much it about that. So let's go into the abilities now. So I'm running defensive stance, which boosts your defense, gaining a damage shield that absorbs up to 6,566 damage for 6 seconds. This portion of the ability scales off your max health, which I have almost 50k when it comes down to it. The effect that you actually reflect the next harmful projectile thrown at you, so you can reflect a fucking snipe, poison injection, shit like that, actually back at the enemy when it's because you have a lot of bow gankers that just love to spam shit. So this is actually great for that since they took away DK's wings. And while you actually have it slotted, and while you have a shield equipped, the amount of damage you block is increased by 10%, and the cost of blocking is reduced by 10%. So that, along with the Alessian and that being sturdy, I have a giant deficit of reduced blocking now. To go over to Immovable, I personally like this ability. Most people I know don't run it, But intensify your physical presence to gain major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 5,948 for 22 seconds. See, this also grants you immunity to knockbacks and disable effects for 6 seconds, but reduces your movement speed by 95%. Each piece of heavy armor worn increases the amount of damage you block and the potency of the snare by 5%. So it's a great overall ability for shits and giggles. But it will help you when you cast it. It gives you a great time to get your resources back because you get all this extra bonuses of defenses while fucking being immune for 6 seconds to knockbacks and disable effects. So it helps out greatly. Green's Dragon Blood, one of my personal favorite abilities. As you've seen from one of my past videos where I ran inside at Keep and was getting hit by everything, I just popped this and took the scroll and I ran. But it scales off of your that you draw on your Dragonic Blood to heal for 43% of your missing health. You also gain major fortitude, major endurance, and major vitality, increasing all your recoveries by 40% and healing received by 8% for the next 23 seconds. Overall, great ability. Super fucking big heal, to be honest. I heal for so much off of this. It's a great heal. Then you got your Fragmented Shield. Another great fucking ability. That, to be honest, because you can because when you cast your heal, you can cast this and receive even more increased healing done, and this one actually increases it by 1600. By 16%. My bad, sorry. And you also gain a damage shield, which is 1800, but this scales off your max health. Now your R1 is pretty much a flex spot, to be honest. I run vigor there, just situations dependent. But you can run. But you can really run really different things there, depending on what you run. Depending on what you want to run, to be honest. Sometimes I end up actually slotting Siege Field there, and we're putting Siege Field, or depending on when I'm running with my duo partner, I'll put Mystic Guard. I'll have guard there. It's really just whatever you actually want to put there. Is really just a flex spot. Now for the ultimate, I run Shield Wall. It reduces your shield, allowing you to automatically block all attacks at no cost and reflect all projectiles cast at you for 7 seconds. This is a great ultimate. When you have no resources, you can cast this ultimate, and since you're a DK, you actually regen your stats for casting an ultimate. You get health, stamina, magic back. So also while this is cast, nobody can hit you with a projectile. So physical damage is still in play. But at this time, since I run a staff and a sword board, I can swap between bars and constantly get my recovery and get all my stats back. So when the ult drops, I have full stats again. Now let's go to my buff bar. Well, my support bar, as I like to call it. I run an Unrelenting Grip. This is a great ability to pull somebody to you. And CC them down for your group, so you can fucking delete their ass. I'll run Rapids for the group, because, who doesn't like to get to ejected faster to kill some Twinkies and blueberries, because why not? Choking Talents is a great CC. It pairs great with the Unrelenting Grip, because I can pull them to me. And, by the way, also, this, hitting the target grants you major expeditions, is increasing movement speed, so it's also fucking pretty great. But also, if you don't pull the target, it refunds the entire ability. Now, if you pull to them with Unrelenting Grip, you can always use Choking Talons, which is so OP. But because it hits enemies are afflicted with major mine, reducing their damage by 5% for 10 seconds, and an ally near you can activate the Synergy Ignite that can activate the synergy of this ability, dealing 4,255 magic damage to all enemies within them. So overall, another great ability. Those two combo pretty well together. Then I run Time Stop. Now me personally, you don't have to run this here. This is a flex spot, but I prefer Time Stop. I'm very good at predicting where the enemy will run to, so I'm very good at throwing the bubble right in front of them and then walking straight into the stun each and every time. Later on, I'll show you a run of my tank later on, and I'll show you videos of me just catching people in my time stops left and right. which is a very OP ability. It's a 3 second time to cast it, but it's fucking OP. Here, I'll read it to you. It freezes the passage of time at the target location, gradually reducing the movement speed of enemies in the area during the channel before finally stunning them for place for 3 seconds when the channel appears. Enemies that are stunned again, 5,000 health absorption for 3 seconds, negating the next 5,000 points of healing done. So while it's channeling, people who walk through are slowed by, I think it's like 40% is what it actually is, because I've been in it myself. But once it hits, it fucking stuns them for 3 seconds. Usually they're in some weird fucking pose like they was doing ballerina shit. But your next ability would be fossilize, and this is probably one of the best DK stuns in the damn game. Straight, just being honest with with all you guys, it's probably one of the best ones because this stun cannot be blocked. I don't care who you are, this stun is not being blocked. If I chain pull you, you're getting fossilized straight up. But it, like I said, it encases the enemy in stone, stunning them for 3 seconds. When the stun ends, they take 1,800 magic damage and are immobilized for 3 seconds. See, I don't really rely on the magic damage because I'm pure tank. I don't do damage anyways. But but after the stun is over with, like the initial stun of me fossilizing them, they get immobilized for another 3 seconds. And like I said, the stun cannot be blocked as clearly as y'all are reading. Now for the ultimate, I run take flight because I'm a trolley tank, so I like to bring them towards an edge and sit there and hold block. Then when they hit me with everything, I like to roll dodge through them, turn around, and dragon leap them off the edge. It's kind of hilarious when I do it sometimes. But you can really run a lot of ultimates on this back bar. But I prefer Yuli's Spell Wall. That's a great ultimate. It's probably going to be one of your main ultimates that you end up using. But you can actually run DK Standard, and which is another great ability, and that does call down a battle standard dealing 2,029 flame damage every 1 second for 20 seconds to enemies and applying major defile to them, reducing their health received and health recovery by 16%. Standing in the area increases your damage done and reduces damage taken by 50%. An ally near the standard can activate the Senji Shackle, dealing 4,258 flame damage to enemies in the area and immobilizing them for 5 seconds, which is a pretty great fucking ability. That just being honest. Oh, another good ultimate, and I really use this one a lot. Sometimes I'll replace it for take fight, depending on if I'm fighting a very hard hitting group. This one I highly prefer, and this ignites the molten lava in your veins, limiting incoming damage to 3% of your max health. So you're literally only taking 3% of what your max health is, and straight for the next 12 seconds. And it dealing 636 flame damage to the enemies each for 12 seconds. So this is a 12-second effect. While activated, nearby allies gain a damage shield for 50% of their max health for 10 seconds. Overall, great ability, and like I said, this will fill this every time I use it, it recovers all my health, stamina, and magic in just one use. I don't mean gotta take the time to heavy attack from both sword and board and resto staff. To be honest, I just get all my stuff back. But so that's pretty much it about the abilities. That is what I run. Like I said, you have a flex spot in L1 and R1. That's really, and you got different ults you can use. You can also that's some more ults that you could use too. Is where is it at? Is the Warhorn to increase your people's damage, but I don't run it. Me personally, like I said, I have it morphable and everything maxed up, but I don't run Warhorn. But you want to go aggressive Warhorn, to be honest. So you increases your party's damage, or you can run Barrier. To be honest, Barrier is another great ability. Oh, like hands down, especially when you break down the inner door of a keep and they have oil set up everywhere. And you stack your team on the left side, and I'll just pop a Barrier and we'll run through. But most of the time, I don't have to run Barrier because my healers are running Barrier. So we'll just pop a Barrier and run straight through those oils and go upstairs and clean up. Uh, I run Siege Shield every now and then, but I don't really find like I said, my healers end up running Siege Shield for the Rams. I'm just there to fucking CC chain every fucking enemy down. Oh, Purge you don't have to worry about because your healers got all that. But so about and I am a so here actually let's go to character sheet. I am a Argonian. I have the Lord of Max Health. So just to give me a higher max health because my resistances are already so fucking high. My food is actually Lumpkin and pastry, but I was trying out Bewitched Sugar Skulls just to see what it would do, you know, for shits and giggles. But uh, I actually am a Argonian. I find it the best just because of the passives. Here, I'll show you. It increases your healing done by 6%, so it gives me even more life and regen abilities. Increases your max health by 1,000 and disease resistance by 23, and grants immunity to the disease effect. Actually, so it's pretty fucking OP. Then you got your resourcefulness, which is 3. Increase your max health by 1,000. Well, max magic, my bad. When you drink a potion, you restore 4,000 magic, health, and stamina. So that's a pretty OP thing, especially with tri-stats, because you're getting the tri-stat potions, and you're getting all of that, plus 4,000. Or the immovability pots, which only give you like stamina or magic or health. So you can so you're actually getting all 3 instead by just using one immovability pot on the tank, which is fucking astounding though, to be honest. Now CP, I'm not 810 on this account yet, but the CP I would recommend is we'll start in a thief tree. You want 20 in Siphon. You want 20 in Bashing Focus. Then let's move. Well, my bad. That was the tower. That was the tower. Now we're gonna move on to the lover. You want 75 in the Mooncalf, 75 in the Healthy, and 30 in the Tenacity. Now over to the Shadow. You're gonna want 9 in the Tumbling, 16 in the Buff Owl, and 25 into Shadow Ward. The Apprentice. You want 30 into Blessed. The Astronaut. You want 25 in the Physical Weapon Expert, 30 into Shattering Blows, and 56 in the Master at Arms. For the Ritual, you want 37 in the Thermitude, 37 in the Precise Strikes, and 30 in the Piercing, and 18 in the Mighty. Then for the Steed, you want 50 in the Ironclad, 30 in the Spell Shield, and 20 into Resistant. Then the Lady, you want 50 in the Hardy, 50 in the Elemental Defender, and 25 in the Thick Skinned. Then for the Lord, you want 15 in the Bastion, 15 in the Quick Recovery, and 15 in Armor Focused. Now I'm going to show you fully buffed up what I look like. So this is actually my stats right here. Like I said, 37k resistances, 37k spell fucking physical is 31,000. Health recovery is 29. Well, almost 4k basically. Stamina recovery is 1,000. Mag recovery is basically 1,000. See, as you see, I did no damage at all. I have 20k max magic. Maximum stamina is 21. Max health is 42,000. Critic resistance is 20. I did that kind of low so I can improve the amount I can block non-stop, so I'm constantly blocking. That's just me personally. But yeah, that really consumes the build for my hybrid DK, which is very fucking overpowered, as you'll see in the following gameplay video. But you guys have a wonderful day, and all you be safe. I almost forgot, guys, but another great set that you could run too to swap out for is actually leeching. Excuse me. And my leeching is actually all 32. But leeching is the 2-piece gives you 1100 max health, 3-piece 4% healing taken, and 4-piece another 1100, and 5-piece when you take damage you summon a cloud of leeching poison under the assailant. The cloud deals 1300 damage, poison damage every 1 second, and for 5 seconds every 1 damage every 1 second for 5 damage. Excuse me. Ooh, bad morning. And heals you for 100% of the damage caused. A cloud can be created once every 5 seconds. So it's another fucking great set, but I don't know why I forgot to mention that, but yes, guys, there we go. That should be the end of it. Y'all have a wonderful day and be safe.